Let me know when, Kylan. Oh. Hey, y'all. It's Wednesday. Thank you for tuning in with Now Not Later with your girl, Serena.
And Sabrina.
And we have a special guest here, Mr. Rodney. Do you want me to say your last name or you just want to keep it Rodney?
No, say it. You say
Bremby.
Rodney Bremby.
We got Rodney Bremby here. We're talking financial literacy and then a freestyle. So you guys tune in and we'll get right back to you. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Today it's Wednesday. I know y'all missed us last week because we did not show up. We missed you guys.
We did.
Not really. I'm gonna be real. I needed a break from social.
Okay, so we don't have to be fake.
No.
Fuck y'all. No, I'm just
tired.
playing.
I'm tired of coming on here trying to get cute. I walked in the door looking crazy, having to put eyelashes on and some lipstick and sat in this chair.
Girl, listen, I put my $12.98 Walmart outfit on today.
It looked $12.98.
You got that shit from Agassi?
He said, y'all, before we went live, Ronnie said, you got gachos on. Y'all remember gachos?
Stop.
I used to love gachos, though.
Y'all, but I'm so comfortable. Like today,
Put them down.
No, I wore my big girl panties. I said no thongs. I'm going to be like.
Nobody was at the house.
Listen, don't give a fuck. And these are the ones I wore when I was pregnant with Jalen.
You okay?
I just wanted to be comfortable.
Okay, I ain't mad at you. I
Right.
put mine on still.
I just wanted to be.
Y'all got big girl draws too? Like, do men have like?
That's
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Question, but
Like,
it's so
no,
valid
I
because
think-
it's real. Like,
Y'all
the
have
guys
something.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like sometimes, especially like the older you get, like the more comfortable you want to be, especially when you're by
Right,
yourself.
and you don't give a fuck.
I mean, like old man draws, like if you talking about like whitey tighties, like fuck
No, but like,
or talking about the checker draws, like the boxers, like
Yes,
the hood niggas wear.
yes, the
Never.
loose.
I don't wear those at all.
So you wear the briefs then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
My
pretty
son
much.
too. He
Like,
don't.
So then
if
what's
I'm
the
with it
whole-
like you know,
The ones with the
especially
hole
if I'm
in
a
it.
relationship and shit like that. You know, I wear like, you know what I'm saying.
Holes in it.
I do too.
I don't.
I don't. Thongs with holes, and I'm like, I'm not throwing this shit
No,
away.
I don't.
I do.
That's
I
crazy.
don't. I
That's-
don't.
I
I
do.
don't. I think that stems from when I had my OnlyFans.
Oh, you got rid of it.
I got sexy. Like everything is just like for.
the too sexy is uncomfortable as fuck.
No, I got everything. I'm ready. Not today though, but I'm ready.
How was your week off? What the fuck you was doing this past week? Was you fighting for your life?
Yeah, fighting for my life. Yeah, family shit, bullshit.
Anything positive? Yeah,
Rodney.
let's focus on the positive.
Okay, let's focus on the
Rodney.
positive.
Focus on the positive.
So I've started looking into a new career.
Sabrina's thinking about going to school, y'all.
Yes.
To do life insurance, right?
Mine.
Yes. Can you put the mic in your mouth? Close to your mouth.
No Diddy. First of all. All right.
Like
no, I'm not like
Rodney, get
That's
the
fine.
mic.
You
Yeah,
put it
this is
right
right.
there.
Can you hear me?
He's fine.
Yeah, Sabrina.
It's me.
Anymore, like
He was talking to me, not Rodney.
Oh.
Rodney's fine.
Put the mic in your mouth.
He was too far
It's been a
in.
No, but
Okay, let's
seriously
focus
though,
on the
I
positive.
did. I did. I've been looking into getting into like the life insurance.
Rodney, take her under your wing.
Yeah.
And you
Let me
need
tell you
an
something.
assistant.
Let me tell you something.
I don't
First
wanna
and
be
foremost,
petty.
I don't do life insurance. But second, it's not it's the student. Like as far as what we just talked about right now, she is completely off track. She talking about holes in her panties. Like Sabrina.
I don't have holes in my drawers.
I
boo.
do.
That was
she
Serena.
said that, right?
Yeah.
You got
So-
holes in your panties too.
I don't have panties. I don't have
And
panties.
your
Right.
drawers.
Like, don't do that.
But listen. Yeah, no, I'm always willing to like try to help somebody.
But wait,
no
I
matter
have a
what.
not serious question, and this just came to me, but bear with me. Do y'all use that little hole in y'all's boxers,
Oh,
to
that's
pee?
So stupid.
or y'all just pull,
No,
or y'all just
no.
pull it down?
No real shit. What is the
No,
purpose
you
of
have
that slit?
It's to
Cause not to let y'all coochie out.
But it's for y'all, cause little boy, like
Little boys,
little
that's
boys
little
do
boys.
it, but they still do it.
That's
Yo.
a crazy question, but
I know,
yeah,
it just
like,
came to
But
me.
what's
I haven't
the
used that
purpose of
since
it?
like
Have you used it?
no.
So you just pull your drawers down.
Okay, and use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normal shit.
I just wanted to
Okay.
make sure.
It's probably
Right,
just
'cause it
like a
does. It's a
design from like a
hole.
long time ago. Niggas used to do that when back in the day or some shit. And it's just
Yeah.
probably just a style now. But like you have to be
It's
like
there
a
for-
little bit
it
off to
serves
be
a reason.
to actually do that. No, for
Put
real,
it
you
through
do.
the- yeah, it's too
you have to be
much.
off to do that. Like be a little slow. Like nigga, if you
Well, I
like
think I'm
me,
slow because
You're not
I
a
thought it would be
man.
convenient. Like I'll just pull it through the hole and pee real quick and tuck it
It's
back.
too much work.
You think really? Then
And then
Pulling
like,
your p-
and then you gotta shake, and then like put it back in through the. It's too much.
men don't shake. I swear.
They got to shake.
I swear. I swear. I say at least a good 48% walk around with a little wet spot.
Ew.
what the fuck
That
are we
is
talking
fucking
about?
disgusting. Okay.
All right,
So,
let's
yeah,
get serious.
You gotta
Oh,
take her under.
shit.
I'm sorry, that
Look
was
what
so
she talking
random.
about. Fuck no.
Don't blame me, Rodney.
So listen,
Shit.
she do. She need. She you do.
I
you
do.
gotta do
I'm
something
literally.
else.
I'm literally like. I'm about to be 38 and I'm really torn. Like I've been in the hair industry. I talk about it all the time. I've been in the hair
How'd you
industry.
get here, though? Like, how did you get to?
I started
Like,
slinging
these are the
hair.
question. No, hold on. Let me ask you like a real in-depth question.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get to a place of being indecisive? Like the question, like how did you get to a place to where?
Honestly, it's because I feel like that I don't know what else I'll be good at doing other than doing
I think she
hair.
doesn't believe in herself.
Yeah.
that
Right.
she can
Okay.
do
Let's
it.
talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Because okay, that's because that's a very valid point.
Yeah.
And it's okay to admit that because a lot of us do
Right,
need to
because
admit
I'm like,
that,
oh, what would I be
because
good at?
before you go to the next level, your ass must admit that. Hey, there's somewhere in my process to where I'm at right now. If you truly look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not where I want to be, there's something in your process, something in your past that's stopping you from getting to the next level.
Right.
Now, most of us have a defense mechanism to where we're going to point to an outside problem. It's because of my parents. It's because I'm black. It's because of my environment, my situation, which even though that all those things have a factor into hindering you to your full potential, no matter what, that even though it's not our fault for things that happen to us, it's our responsibility. It's our responsibility on how we respond to it.
Exactly.
Right. So if we are growing up in a challenging environment, even if we like have a kid at an early age, you test your strength by, hey, how much work can I do within myself in order to overcome this? Because getting to the next level isn't luck. Getting to the next level isn't like, for some people it might be because of who they know or opportunity or where they was born, but they're going to be capped out at a certain point in life. They're going to be capped out because we're not like doing a 100-meter dash. We're doing a marathon.
Yeah.
Right.
And in a marathon, people get passed up all the time. So a nigga can easily be put in this position, by somebody he knows or whatever and stay complacent, right? But if you have enough courage to understand that you come from a very like rigorous environment, you come from a very like challenging environment, you test your strength by how much you excel. You measure it within your own cup, your own glass. You measure within your own glass, and eventually, no matter what, like there's no limit, there's no ceiling, because all work is done within self. All work is done within self. So if you keep challenging yourself
And growth.
if you grow, you grow. So you telling right now what you're going through is that.
Are you paying attention?
I am.
Get the
I
fuck
am.
up.
No,
the
I
phone.
am. No, I really am. I was making sure.
This is exactly student strike number 1. By the time we ended the show, she had 3.
No.
You can't be no goddamn student. You
No,
got
I
three
am. I was just making
strikes.
sure my Facebook was working because I want people to hear
Anyways,
this.
let's finish this.
Yeah.
Anyways, so right now what you're doing right now is you challenging yourself. And most people, almost everybody gets to this point where they challenge themselves. Most people don't like the way that that feels.
Yeah, I
So
don't.
they,
I don't
so they
like
go
it.
back to what's familiar and
Yeah,
what's comfortable,
yeah.
and then they make excuses for it.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's been me for
yeah,
a long time.
yeah, and it's okay because that's the hardest thing to do. Is like it's me, it's me, it's me.
Yeah.
Like the greatest men, if you, regardless, good or bad, good or evil, they all have the same type of thought process. They all have the same type of skills on how to elevate. They all say the same shit. Was like they all say the same, and one of them I'll just give you a nugget is that Marcus Aurelius. This is a Roman general. If you know history, you'll know that he ruled a very important, pivotal moment in history, and he said and I'm gonna just make it as simplistic as possible. He said, if you want to look for the answer in every problem, look at yourself. Look at yourself. If you get into, let's say you get into it with somebody, and there's an issue, and you get into this big issue. When you get home, you blame yourself because you should have never put yourself in that position to even be going back and forth with somebody. You should have already had enough wits to not even put yourself in that situation or that environment, regardless of what the outside optics look like. Of people gonna judge me because I don't want to hang with these people. People gonna fucking judge me because I don't talk like them. People gonna judge me because if I hold back what I really know, then I'm a bitch ass nigga. Right?
Right.
Some shit like that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that's where weakness lies. That's where weakness is at. Strength is like going against the grain, going against like what everybody thinks, challenging yourself, working on no matter what. Like, how many battles have both of y'all been through that y'all won, y'all prevailed, and nobody seen? Nobody was there to clap y'all on.
A lot.
A lot.
Wow,
So,
and it's so crazy because you think something that is, oh, this ain't even worth celebrating. You know what I mean?
you think because and you have to understand, like, when it's time to celebrate those wins and how to celebrate those is like huge measurement of maturity on how you celebrate your wins. I got to a level of maturity because I was at a level of immaturity to where when I celebrate my wins, it looks like I'm going out and getting fucked up, right? But getting older and understanding that the harder level, the more you level up, the more you go, the celebration needs to look different. So now when I celebrate with another win. So when I win, fuck, I need to top that. I need to get another dub. I don't care who watching. At the end of the day, they gonna see, and they did. Like, bro, I'm from the so.
Boy, that shit I'm dead.
For real. For real, but from like understanding like your ladder, like we all have ladders.
Yeah.
We all have ladders. Like if we want to put this into like a illustration, all of us have ladders.
Right.
People don't recognize that they have a ladder, right? Because they're too busy looking at everybody else's ladder. Some people ladder, they started on the 20th step. They like people on the, if we grew up on the east side, the people on the north side have already access to resources and access and exposed to people to help them. But coming from an environment that where we come from, which is the east side, we know that we're very limited. Very limited as far as the influence.
Yeah.
And you have to work harder.
You have to work harder, but even to know that you have to work harder is like a challenge.
And that's
itself.
the thing, is because you see a person close to you and you feel like they're just doing it. You know what I'm saying? But then you see somebody on a different side of town, you're like, oh shit,
Right.
I do have to work harder. You know what I'm saying? You do.
And working harder is subjective, to be honest with you. Like working, and what I mean by that is that like, you're working harder is working smarter, kind of like I'm gonna go to these events, I'm gonna network with this, right? This is like working harder in your mind. Somebody else that might be in the warehouse, fucking the best nigga there, picking up 30-pound boxes every 2 seconds, working hard as fuck.
For 15, 16 hours.
But regardless, that's working hard to him. No shame in no game. Money can't put measurement on how hard you're working. There's different definitions to that shit. And if you like that shit, then it is what it is. Just imagine to like, people here, like us growing up in America, and when you get like a global perspective and you're able to understand like global experiences, then you understand that like things could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
things can be a lot fucking worse. Like instead of like fighting for our pride every day, like in our community, everybody's fighting to shine every day. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's looking to be the top nigga. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody's willing to step on any and everybody.
Yeah.
Morals,
Yeah. Yeah.
honor, all of it's gone.
Yeah.
Everybody, they only care about, you know, who's gonna shine the most.
Looking like there's something.
Exactly. And then to somebody, and I'm not saying this to, you know, be braggadocious or whatever. It's not. It's just fucking facts. Like when you fucking deep dive in yourself and you absorb enough information, then you equip yourself with certain skills,
Right.
like certain skills that can't be given to you, like money. You equip yourself with one that maybe we're familiar with, which is like discernment, or you're able to recognize a situation or a setting very easily. So seeing somebody like me, which there's a lot of niggas out there like me, that absorb nothing but information, is able to spot out an insecure nigga in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
In a matter of seconds, profile them in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
Because it's too easy. There's no like mysterious like I don't know what he's about.
Right.
It's easy. You show it. Your insecurities is very easy to see, and that's okay. We all been through that stage.
Yeah.
But you're not that nigga until you pass that stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you pass that stage to where everybody can see like you coming, then you're only at a certain level, and that's okay. But you need to admit that, and that's one of our issues is that like niggas, once you reach a certain level, it's almost like it's not worth it trying to get everybody to like, hey, come on, we gotta do better for ourselves. We gotta do better as a community.
Yeah,
We have to,
yeah.
because you know our community is the only one that kills itself.
Yeah.
Our community is the only community that kills itself. Every other community, they have a mechanism to where, regardless if they like each other or not, they are obligated to help each other. They are obligated to help
Now,
each
do
other.
you think that goes back into like slavery?
Okay.
Like, do you feel like
That's a good-
in our
Right.
mind we are
Yeah.
still, because
Yeah.
back in the day, in order to be the, how do you say it, I'm gonna say teacher's pet, right? They would tell on another slave that was trying to either get away, escape, or whatever, to be seen as better or
Yeah.
Absolutely. So here's the
reliable
thing.
or
Yeah,
something.
a lot of our wiring right now is a effect from slavery, right? A lot of our wiring right now is an effect of slavery.
And mind you, y'all, slavery is not that far away
That's
from
exactly
us.
what I'm about to get to. So
Right.
let me
We're-
finish
we're
it. Is
still-
that's exactly what I'm about to say. Okay. So slavery was not that long ago. If you want to literally understand on a mass level, you have to go way past slavery. You have to, the world has been around, I'm talking about a real civilized world, real civilization for tens of thousands of years, right? So not only has slavery, because when you look at slavery, slavery doesn't have to be physical. We have transitioned. We've transitioned. We're still in slavery.
Yeah.
Mentally.
We're
Yeah.
psychologically
Yeah.
in slavery, and people, because you can't see it, it's not that easy to decipher
Right.
who's pulling what and who's doing what.
Right.
Is that it's so diabolical nowadays that it's such at a very high intellect level, far as the engineering of slavery, to where they have now made the slaves the slave catchers too as well, without you even seeing it. We govern ourselves at
Right.
a low standard. We govern ourselves because when niggas try to prevail, or they see between the lines, they see what's happening to us, and they see a path to like forward progression as a community. You have those people that refuse to do the work that's stopping them. Oh, you think you too good? Oh,
Yeah.
you blah blah. This
Yeah,
is
we
our
see
family.
that a
These comes in
lot,
the form
yeah.
of our family, our friends.
They even call you whitewash.
They call
Yeah.
you whitewash, which
Yep.
is an insult. Because you're
Yes.
saying because I'm intelligent, I'm whitewashed. No,
Because I speak proper.
I preach. I speak proper. I'm able to communicate. Multicultural. I'm able to, be able to provide a resource to somebody that look just like me.
Yeah.
Right.
What can and it's not me versus you. To you, it's you versus me. But to me, it's all of us together.
Right.
Which, when you understand the like the recipe of God, if you really like, and mind you, I'm not religious at all, but I like there's a truth. There's
Yeah.
a truth, an undeniable truth, regardless of what religion you are, spiritual or religion. There is only one truth at the top of the pinnacle, and when you understand the way that the world is engineered, you understand the way that things work because they do. That's why, you know, when I say they, I'm talking about, you know, other cultures, other races. They understand. They depriving you from the information purposely, so that you know that you won't get on that same playing field. You won't get on that even playing field.
Right.
I'll tell you this, and I'll use myself as an example, I would say a humbling example. So, as you said, slavery doesn't go that far back, but also school doesn't go that far back. A lot of things don't go that far back. A lot of things are still in motion. We think it's so far back because we're only 30. We in our 30s. 30 years isn't shit
Ain't
to
nothing.
history.
Yeah.
30 years isn't shit to history, right? So school was created, and mind you, when you understand that money in itself was there to put there as a distraction, you think if you got $20,000 in your bank, you're gonna thank God, right? Without me getting off track, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. But people use money as a fucking distraction.
Yeah.
That's 1,000%. We need it, but it's a distraction. We can't
Big
focus.
distraction.
Can't focus on it, right? You need to focus on forward progression, self-development, self-education. When you self-educate yourself, you understand school is a fucking waste of time.
Right.
School was there to make you. Let me ask you, do y'all know who fucking pretty much created school?
I don't.
Rockefeller. Rockefeller created school, right? So if you know who the fuck Rockefeller, not Jay-Z, Jay-Z.
Obviously.
Yeah, not Jay-Z, but fucking Rockefeller. He's a fucking oil baron. More money than almost anybody in the fucking world, right? At that time, this is 1800s. He created the school board. He created school. So when you start deep thinking, you start going real fucking deep, and you start understanding the structure of everything. When you understand the structure of everything, you get a sense of awareness of where the fuck am I at this point in time, and what has happened, so you can understand what happened to you and your family. And so Rockefeller created, this is when the Industrial Revolution happened, right? You know, we all heard about that in school. We only remember that name, but we don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But the Industrial Revolution created a bunch of jobs,
Right.
right? We think that's good, right? No, it created a bunch of fucking industrial slave. It created the American industrial system, and he came, famous line, right? Famous line, Rockefeller said, I want a nation full of workers, not thinkers. School is designed to make you think that being a lower version of yourself is being optimal, right? Like school, there's a difference between being smart and intelligent. Y'all, like, if you want to break it, it's a complete difference. And I'm gonna get to this because it has a lot to do with us, right? It has a lot to do with us. There's a complete difference between being smart and intelligent. Being smart is being able to see something on a chalkboard, memorizing it and repeating it. That's what school teaches you. That's what teachers, that's what they reward. When you're in school,
Yes.
when you're in school, that's what they teach you, that's what they reward you. Intelligence is being able to see a problem and solve it. Not math problems, any problem.
Any problem.
If there's, like, if I'm to make it simple, if there is a gap of water, it's caveman shit. If there's a gap of water and I don't want to get wet, I'm gonna put a tree branch or a fucking board there to get over on the other side. That's a form of intelligence. So you're able to measure that, to be able. Why you think all the people that constructed the world, Elon Musk, all of them said fuck college. No, bro, I'm self-educated. When you self-educated yourself, then you understand the brain, how it works, and how can I amplify it. How can I fucking amplify my brain? So when you amplify, they don't want you to amplify your brain. They only want you to do what they told you to do. So when you amplify your brain, then you're able to make decisions for yourself. They tricked us into making us think that we're making decisions, and we're not. We're being influenced to make decisions.
Right.
We're being influenced. So to go back to why it affects us a lot for our school is because if you go past slavery, hear me out. If you go past slavery, because as black people at this point,
Right.
you got to go past slavery.
Yeah.
You have to understand where we came from, what's been erased, because on a mass level, where we come from and who we are has been completely erased.
Right.
And I told myself before I got here I wasn't gonna go this deep, but it's already I've been drinking.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
now.
this deep. I'm already too deep. So you gotta go past fucking
Here, finish
slavery.
this. No, I'm just
We gotta go past slavery, and you have to understand where your origins come from, who you are, where you are. And what I mean by it, this is what changed my life. To be honest with you, this changed my life to be, and it provided me relief. When you understand the truth, you become proud to be black. You become glorified to be black because the truth is relieving. Because I'm giving you my own experience. I'm giving you my own experience. Growing up black on the east side makes you feel so little. It makes you feel like you aren't capable of anything. And if you are capable, I'm only capable of this. I'm only capable of that. I just cannot explain how that shit makes you feel.
right.
They
Ooh.
had me in special ed classes. Absolutely, they did. After my mama, I tested with a 142 IQ. That's, to put that into perspective, I think Einstein tested at 150. So I was tested on an intelligent level at a 142, but they had me in special ed classes because they didn't give a fuck. Because the school is a fucking, it's only about making money. Okay, I need to fucking pass him. It's not about helping him. It's not about helping this black boy. It's, helping him because this society isn't created for us.
That's right.
And I'm going to bind these two things together. I'm not going off track. I'm gonna go from this to that. So they don't want to help us develop. They just want to pass us along so we can hurry up and pass the 12th grade and get a job and
Start working.
and so we can feel lost. Because that's why most of us get past high school and we kind of like dibble and dabble out there and was like, what the fuck am I doing? I had jobs where I'm making over six figures. I learned this by working the jobs I'm making six figures, and I'm sad. I'm not happy at all. I'm like, bro, this is exactly what the nigga said. When you get money, it's gonna feel empty. And for real, I have more money than I could ever fucking have before, and I'm just like,
not happy.
something ain't fucking right. So I started digging, I started learning the truth about us, about where we come from, who we are, what our skin color means. This black, how you said melanated, that word just popped up, nigga, that's a scientific word. That's a fucking science. Our skin is way beyond just being fucking black.
Gold.
That's way beyond fucking being black. Beyond any element. Our skin is like a conductor for energy. But that's a story for a different time. That's not what I'm getting to. I'm getting to is that I don't want little, and I'm speaking from a masculine perspective, from a man perspective, so y'all don't get offended if I'm not including women at all, because I can't talk from that perspective. I can't talk from being a woman. I can talk from being a little black boy. I can talk from being a grown ass
And
man.
we raising boys.
You're raising fucking boys.
Yes.
And this is why, like, it was important for me to come here, because
Very.
your son's dad is a close friend of mine, and God has instilled in me a very deep level of empathy to where it requires me to go outside of myself. It requires me to every day that I need to push it, to maybe help another little black boy, maybe be an example for him, maybe, give the right words to somebody that, another little black boy might be leading or whatnot, right? And so it's important because it's very easy. And I've seen them. I have friends that fell into the trap and they're living in hell right now. They're living in hell right now. They're living in jail. They're living in their mind. They're living in a fucking illusion. A fucking illusion. And it sucks. It not only sucks, it's like detrimental to see, like knowing that you want to move forward as a community and you see suffering everywhere. Suffering, a lot of suffering, just self-suffering. These kids are suffering.
Very,
terrible. So it goes back
very.
to the reason why that you asked me what I do. So let's get to it, because I haven't answered that question.
I thought he sold crack.
Apparently I sold fucking drugs, because I
playing.
got tattoos. I'm black.
I'm just
that I
playing.
sold drugs, but I really don't get into it that much, because it's like it requires more than me just telling you what I do.
Exactly.
Because if I tell you what I do, you're only gonna judge me by my job title. You only fucking judge me by
Right, because I don't know this
Yeah,
Rodney.
yeah,
I know the Rodney from the
Like,
lake. I know the lake Rodney.
Well, that's because I had my partner in crime with me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to Chachos. I know the Chachos, Rodney.
The Chachos, Rodney. You remember the last time
The-
me, you, and Selby came to Chachos?
Yeah,
I came,
you had on that tight ass shirt.
and I also had a fucking LLC document telling y'all, hey, nigga, get y'all business. I'm like, I'm happy that was
So
2016.
listen, so no, it was, and
It
I,
was.
and if
I
I'm
had
not
my LLC
mistaken,
document.
you had a clothing line, right? Right. Okay.
did.
So that's
That was
the
a long
Rodney.
time ago.
Yeah,
And
that was.
that was the starter stages. That was me
Yep,
trying.
that
Me being
was.
fucking humble
Austin,
as possible.
right? Austin, Rodney.
And I came. We was at Chacho's,
Mm-hmm.
and I came, and I'm with Selby, and y'all getting.
I just
fucked
knew
up.
you was the successful.
No, I'm not. Whatever.
Well, I'm not gonna say it like that,
Like,
but I'm
okay,
like, oh,
yeah.
you know, he's
Like I'm
you know,
out there.
Yeah,
I'm out
yeah,
there
you,
for real.
yeah,
But
You're the
you know,
business friend.
yeah,
the business friend.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And so
I'm the business friend too.
well, it comes with its fucking
We
challenges
both
for
started.
sure.
We both started the
I
business.
know you've been trying to start a business. I remember you was talking to this nigga on the phone, getting ready to scam your ass, talking about.
Wait,
that you need an
what?
accountant.
Who?
You was talking to some nigga on the phone.
Oh my! Wait, was
Talking
it my
about he gonna be
tax
your
guy?
accountant. And I was there with Jay.
Was it our tax guy?
I don't.
Oh,
Probably
God, I
fucking
hope
so.
not.
I got an LLC. Believe it or not,
No, why not? That shit ain't hard at all.
it ain't. And I
What's
just
hard is,
haven't.
like,
I just haven't done nothing with
knowing
it.
what to educating yourself. Imagine
Yeah.
like.
Cause I don't know where I
Well,
where
let's
I,
get back because
where
I
I
don't
need
want
to
to go
be.
off track. But when you understand who we are, what we are, I'm not gonna go into depth because that's just way too far down. Down a rabbit hole. I'm not gonna go that far. I'll just tell everybody to fucking go. Like, keep digging. Understand
Right.
how important you are. How important to God you are. How important to yourself you are. How important you are and to the people that come behind you. You're extremely important. Just infinite abilities. Like when they used to say, I used to think it was so fucking corny. They used to be like, "Oh, the sky's the limit. Oh, you do what your mind, you set your mind to." But when you understand the mechanics of that, it's fucking true.
But you can relate to it.
I
Like
know
for
she
me,
got it. Like
seeing her talk about what she wanted and how it came to pass.
let me ask you: when you decided to form the time to transition and like become a better version of yourself, is because you was tired of your old self. I'm sure, right? You was, and I heard this from a very wise person. Was like you don't get 100% change until you get at 100% dissatisfaction. Until you 100% dissatisfied with yourself and your habits, until you come with that conclusion and you have enough courage to say that I'm the issue, I'm the fucking problem. All my problems come from me, it's not somebody else. I'm 100% dissatisfied. Well, now it's time for 100% change.
So back when I think there was a part where you said, when you can walk into a situation and you get into this big old altercation with somebody, and you go home and you can sit down and say, if I wouldn't have done X, Y, and Z, I wouldn't have even gone that far. I wouldn't have even been there. I think I had gotten to that part in my life where I had went through this, I had went through this, I had went through this, and I'm like, there's no fucking way everything bad is happening to me and it's everybody else but me.
Yeah.
But you.
There's no way.
You know how much courage that takes? Like, it sounds so simple, us speaking, talking about it, but it's hard coming from experience.
It's hard.
It's hard because you gotta
Self-awareness is the one thing that nobody likes to do, because it actually has to. You might actually have to say, "I'm the issue."
Yep.
I'm the issue, and that's your biggest. In your world, most people, when you operate in the ego, when you operate in the ego, you are like the supreme person in your head. Like, you are pretty much right there next to God. Like, you think that you're never wrong. You think that that you have the answer to everything. You don't care about all the mistakes you made. You're like, oh well, shit happens. That's what you use in your head.
Yep.
Shit happens, blah blah. Which is, these are people that are operating. Not saying that they're lower value, because that's ridiculous.
Right,
They're
right.
just operating at a
Yeah.
very low frequency.
Yeah.
That's 100%.
Right.
Let me. No, I'm not gonna get into that. No, I'm gonna get into it. But anyway.
Right. We gonna do a part fucking too. But I also want to mention, right, because we were talking before we went live, and you mentioned something about confusing with depression, right? You know, when you're depressed, you want to step away from everybody and you want to be by yourself, right? And it's so crazy that you said that. And it's like, I was just telling your friend, Selby, like, hey, I think I'm depressed.
You gotta say that man on here like that.
No, whatever, you know, but it for real. And it's so crazy that you said that because I am at a point in life where I want to separate myself from, I need to be by myself.
It's a process. This is
Like, I need to be by myself. And when I say by myself, like, when I say I watch my phone, like, you know, you haven't really heard from me. We talk, me and her talk every day. And it's not like I don't want to, but I have to
focus.
get myself together.
But I also went through that before I came out on the other side.
Right.
Listen,
And I
you're
realize
right.
I'm losing.
That's crazy. You're right, and you're right because it's
Bruh.
a fucking blueprint. That shit is going to happen. And what's happening? If you want me, I'm gonna break it down for you.
Break
right?
it down
I'ma
because
break it down
I
for
lost
you.
friends. I haven't even.
No, it's
told
okay
you.
because
Like, I really, people stop fucking with me because they
Yeah.
think that I'm. It's
Well,
me.
what? Break it down.
Yeah.
let me break it down to you. What's happening to you? Because
And I'm gonna tell my version.
yeah. So your spirit right now, like you live in, as I told you earlier, off camera shit.
Man.
We live in a fucking plane of duality.
Yes.
It's more than one layer to yourself. You have a higher layer and you have a lower layer, and you need to identify both. Well,
Yes.
your higher level is going to always make sure you're okay. That's why we all been in spots in our lives we never thought we were going to get ourselves out of, and something crazy happened to where it benefited us, and that was your higher self putting you in a position to save you from your lower self, right? So you're going through a conflicting battle within self, and your higher self is pulling you away from the things that's really damning you, which is you're distracted. Even though this is your friend, you're distracted by the friendship. And you need to focus on your shortcomings. You need to focus on the things that needs to align with your purpose. You have a purpose. All of us have a purpose, and we need to fulfill that purpose.
And you need to operate in that purpose.
Yeah, you need to operate in that purpose, or you're going to be on the other side. And the other side is probably what we can define as hell. We're living in a life of confusion. But when you have a higher purpose, you're not gonna wake up and be like, "Hey, I have a purpose." You already came here with that purpose. You already did.
Yeah.
So your life is gonna align with it, regardless, especially if you really want to. So you really want to. You're surrendering to your higher self, and it's fighting your lower self, and so it's pulling your ass away from everything to distract you, and it's gonna block out everything that's not for you, even the things that you want the most.
Right.
The things that you.
I know. It's scary.
The things that you want most, your life is gonna block away from. It's gonna be depressing because.
But the thing is that is gonna happen, but you can't ignore the things you're supposed to do.
No,
Exactly.
Because if you sit there and you wallow by yourself and then you just stay there, it does no
Guess
good.
what it is though? It's a test.
Yeah.
This is the test. When people be
Yeah.
like, God's putting me through a test. Well, if you want to break down the fucking math equation, this is what it is. And you're being put through a test. Now, you're either going to fucking go along with the script and follow your purpose, or you're going to go down and keep on
but
doing
it
the dumb
has.
shit. But what's hard? It's easy to do the fuck shit. It's hard to do the other shit.
Of course.
It's hard to do the other shit. People will be like, take the path of least resistance.
But it's harder to be in the same position in 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the
But it
time gonna pass
has,
regardless. You know.
And I noticed that, right? And I'm over here feeling guilty. I'm over here reaching out. And I'm over here doing this, and I'm like, damn.
No, right now is the time for you to fucking.
I'm literally like kissing ass to
Well, I know that
please
I've
these.
been through that too. You probably been through it too.
Yeah.
Maybe like to where it's like you're in a state of confusion because you feel like you're.
I am.
You're
I
isolated.
am.
You're in isolation.
I am.
It's called the
Yeah.
isolation period.
I'm
The
literally in my
period is
isolation
like,
period.
bro. If you really because you know.
But don't look at it in a negative way.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
that's the
No,
thing.
it's not. And I think because I'm such a people pleaser.
Yeah.
That's my problem. I'm always focused on pleasing everybody and making sure everybody's okay, right? And it's like, okay, you know, if these people can't understand, you know, that I'm not coming from a negative space, then they're not supposed to be on my journey. Right?
Not at all. No matter how
They're
much it
not.
hurt.
No matter how much I
it
love these
hurt.
people and how much these people have been in my life,
Yeah.
they're not meant to go with me to the next level.
Right.
And I'm learning that. And I'm seeing it now. And I'm like, no response. Okay. cool.
And it hurt, but
It hurt.
a little bit.
Oh,
It hurts.
I cried a little bit.
No, it hurts. It
hurt.
It hurts. I'm
I
gonna be
might
honest
cry a
with
little
you.
bit now. It do.
But when you
even with
see the
family.
isolation period is, it's like when you understand and you educate yourself, it's easier to cope with. It's easier to cope with because you understand what you're going through.
Exactly.
Like imagine like you go through a dark tunnel, you're gonna be scared as fuck. But if something told you was gonna go through that dark tunnel before you got there,
right,
you'll be more at ease because you know that this is the process.
Right,
this
and
is
it is,
yeah,
and I'm learning that, and I have to let go.
Yeah, that's one of the things.
Release,
like, yeah.
and I think that's why I'm so. And y'all know I'm a crybaby, but it is because it's like I have these attachment to these people, but I'm like, dang, Sabrina, they're not meant to go with me. I got to let them go. Because even though I don't want to let them go, I'm holding on to them by a hair. But I got to let them go.
Because when you really understand the purpose of life.
And then I will feel so free.
Yep, absolutely. And what's the goal here?
Right.
Like, what's the goal of your existence here? Is it to get the most money?
Right.
No,
you know.
it's to learn to be better.
To be a better Sabrina. To be a better me, yeah.
To be a better, a better experience. Like,
yes.
Like, to a better experience is like, okay, because
I'm halfway through with life. I'm more than halfway. I'm
What's
about to be 38.
You're
know,
not halfway.
No, but you got to look at it. We're living in a time where you're lucky to even live to your 70.
As a black person, you're lucky to fucking live at
right.
your fucking 70.
Right.
Because of
then coming from the east side. And that's the thing, right? Where I grew up and where I came from, like you said, we lost so many people. Like they're either in prison
or dead,
and they're fucking dead.
At least 65
and I'm like,
people that
I'm
we
still
grew up
here,
with, no,
bruh.
Because listen,
family, from family to friends to people we went to from
gone.
Elementary, dead, gone. They're even dying now. So it's like, wow. And me I'm about to be 38 in October, and it's like, damn, I'm already halfway through. It's like, oh shit, like I gotta tighten up.
Ever seen, like, if you open up your horizon,
it's scary.
And your experience is not scary. Well, this is why I'm telling you. I used to feel the same.
Right, I'm like, it's scary.
No, when you start knowledge, when they say power is in knowledge, is 100% the truth. When you start fucking digging and you start learning the truth, because your higher self is going to confirm when you reach the truth. If you have to debate about it in your head if it's the truth or not, then you need to go a little bit further. But when your mind confirms that it's the truth, it's the fucking truth, right?
Yes.
So when you start digging, you start learning the truth. And most of us, what the fuck are we scared of? And I'm gonna answer, that's rhetorical. Most of us, especially, being young, growing up, what are we scared of? The first thing everybody's scared of is fucking death. Everybody's scared of fucking death. But before that, you're scared, especially if you're a parent, you're scared of your fucking kids dying. That's the worst thing that could ever,
my gosh.
ever fucking happen. That's the worst fucking thing you can happen. You start learning fucking knowledge and the truth, you can not only prevent and be proactive about things, but then you understand, like, where am I going? Where am I headed? Like, when I die, like, where am I going? Well, as I said, I'm not going to go into, like, deep detail of, like, real, true, factual, confirmed information. But once you do get to that point of where you learn the truth, where you will understand, we'll come at the same point, you will be completely relieved. You'll be completely relieved. You wouldn't care about fucking getting old. You wouldn't care about the way. You'll start caring a little bit less about your vanity. You'll stop caring about, like, optics and shit, because you'll learn the truth. And the truth means a lot more than what anything you ever thought that you fucking knew. Anything you ever thought you fucking knew. When you start getting to that fucking truth, it's like, damn, this is just relieving. Because my marathon doesn't fucking end when I get older. All this, we get depressed when we think about being old and all this.
Right. I think I'm there.
Yes, exactly. It's trying to push you to go, Sabrina, go fucking get in the fucking books.
Yeah.
Get in the books, and the books ain't gonna, they tell you, they was like, okay, you want to trick a nigga? They talking about us, black people.
Yeah, yeah.
Have y'all ever heard a book? Have y'all ever heard of this book? How to Sell to the Negro.
No.
You gotta go into depth. These niggas have a study. They have how to sell to a Negro. Y'all go read that book. It's every nigga y'all like. Every nigga that y'all like. How do you sell to a Negro? You make something extremely expensive and tell him he can't have it. Why?
Mm.
Because every black man pride is extremely high.
Hi.
Why?
Wow.
Because we are, when you know who the fuck we are, right? And I'm talking from a black man perspective. When you know who we are and our place in this world, we know where we supposed to be. We are, like, seriously, I'm talking about historical facts, bloodlines, all of that. We are meant to be rulers, not like rulers over people, but to be at the top, to be the best version of ourselves, never to try to appease somebody else or anything else.
Right.
We define. This is why we are so good at creating culture. It's just people infiltrate the culture and they manipulate it and then use us because we don't have the true understanding. But
Right.
now here's the thing: is that the female, the black female, when it comes to a level of divine destiny and purpose, and mind you, I'm a big advocate for the masculine man. I got a bunch of white friends, all kind of shit. I'm very advocate for
Why
the
do I
white
keep
man.
crying?
But
Ugh.
the the melanated female is the strongest fucking being. Period. And for real, that's why y'all so emotional.
Right.
That's because that's all energy. That's all energy. Uncontained energy. It's too fucking strong. It's too much. That's why God made a man and a woman. A man is supposed to harness that energy because you guys are extremely strong spiritually. A man harness that energy and he brings it into the physical world. That's why we're physically stronger. We're physically faster. Doesn't mean that we're better or anything like that. We both have our our purpose here to collaborate and to create something great. So this is why, like, gender wars make me fucking sick when they say, "Oh, it's the man," and then the niggas like it's the woman. When we get to a place to where it's like, it's not the man, it's not the women, it's them versus us, right? It's the men and the women that want to move forward and to progress as a community, and then the men and the women that refuse to do the work that's holding us back. That where we get the common saying of crabs in a bucket barrel, because that's them. That's them, regardless of what we say.
Right. I think that's
them.
when the San Antonio's like
The worst thing, and the
we're
niggas that get
crab in the
offended,
bucket
the
city.
niggas that get offended and all this stuff is the niggas that refuse to do the work.
They're the crabs.
The crabs, exactly. But would a crab want to say I'm a crab? Nah, nigga, I'm not a crab. I'm a king. Nah, nigga, you king crab ass nigga. Nah, I'm playing. But listen, these
Don't. He didn't mean that.
no, not like a gangster.
That is a spot, King Crab, right?
It is.
That shit is good
It
too.
is.
And me, I took it to the east side.
But when you get to a point, and this is why you see black men. If you ever see a black man with his son, like the millennial black man with his son, boy, that his son is his king to him. The millennial. I'm not talking about the gen. I'm not talking about our daddies. I'm talking about
Yes.
like my niggas my age.
Yes.
And, you know, like maybe a little bit older than me. You ever seen them niggas with their son? They treat their son like a king because they know what he really is. They know what he is, and they know, you know, possibly even if they can't get it for themselves, they know that they're gonna push it through their bloodline because it's natural. It's like it's subconscious. It's gonna run through. It's because that's the place. That's the place. I'm not like, hey, you know, black people is this over white people, whatever. I'm just speaking historical truth.
Right.
Historical truth of who we are, where we come from, and we need to take a lot more pride of who the fuck we are.
Rodney, you never told us what you do
I didn't. All right,
for the fourth
let's just
time.
go through the story. Let's go to the story.
It's
Look, oh shit, it's 10:20. Rodney, we gotta do
How long
part
do we
2.
got?
This motherfucker that made me cry on fucking national
you made
TV.
yourself cry, girl.
But I say this to say that, right? You say you're very spiritual, right?
Extremely
And before, I say, oh, Rodney's coming on the show, financial literacy, right? And we talked before you got here, and it's crazy because
I
what
was
you
late,
was talking
y'all.
to me about, what I was talking to 2 other people about. So I was like, damn, look at how this aligned, right? And it's like, but you answer my question, what I've been battling with,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, that's why I'm emotional, because I have to let go some big shit. And I got to do it today. And I think that's what's going to, I got to let it go. You know what I mean? So that's why I was emotional with it, because it's like me, because I'm like, I will try to hold on nigga, like I'll hold on.
And you do.
And I do. And it's like, damn.
And there's a situation that we are equally in together, and she's the only one holding on. I have let it go, and she has continued to let it. And I'm like, why?
It's internal conflict.
Right.
Let it go.
Right. And it's so crazy because it is. And everything that you mentioned was something that I've been back. And that's why, too, because it's like, I'm so glad that you came. Because I needed to hear everything that you said from the time you walked your ass up them stairs.
I ain't gonna lie. Let me say this. I don't remember you, but I remember you a little bit. But I know there was something about you I didn't like. No, I'm for real. There was something about you that I didn't like. I don't know I can't put my finger on what it was.
You thought I was an asshole?
I think you were an asshole.
Probably so.
You did something. I think you were drunk. I don't know what happened. Something happened.
I don't remember.
But
I just knew Rodney was just like the outcast.
It's changed
I'm
my
not even gonna say
perspective
outcast.
now.
We just never really.
Just a loner.
I never
You
really
changed
seen
my.
you.
It's changed. Obviously, I don't think like that anymore. Because now in my head, I don't even know this man, right? But first impression is everything, to an extent. But it's changed now. Now I see you different.
Good.
You know.
You know what's crazy is that, like, I wouldn't say like I take pride in that, but I do like that because I know like there's a lot of people that look like me, you know, with a lot of tattoos, black guy. That's why I like dress like this. But like a nigga would transform in a second, you know, and display.
Like you've grown. I felt like you're immature. I think. Because there was something that you did at that time. It was a long time
Probably
ago.
so.
Probably like
When I
7
was-
years ago.
Oh yeah,
No,
It was a
it
long
had to
time
been
ago.
about. That was
17?
18.
That's what I'm saying. Like you
I've
did
always
something.
been on, no, listen.
2016,
At a
bro.
certain- no,
I
I'm
met.
saying-
I met.
Yeah, it was 16.
I'm saying,
In
I'm saying like a lot of
2015.
things are. Here's the thing, like I've always been a very playful individual. Like all my friends know me
Yes.
for being like
I know
playing
as the
too
comedian.
much, like talking shit, all that shit. But in the last 3 or 4 years, it's kind of went away because I'm just, you know, life is. There's too many things that's more important than bullshitting all the time, and you know, there's you know too many things that's happening to where you know I don't really have any type of like I'm not in the playing mood no more. Like I'm not like
Right.
I'm just
I
like
ain't gonna
I'm
lie. I used
serious,
to look
like,
forward to
because-
seeing when you used to roast.
Boys, fucking everybody know me for being like
Dude,
like,
you used to
bro-
roast the fuck out of birds, brother.
Oh,
What's his name?
JD.
Bruh. I used to
You know what,
screenshot
my
and send to
barber
Jay.
just said that the other day. It was just like, man,
Nigga.
when you and JD was on Facebook, it was the funniest thing in the world. But
I look
stopped
forward to
playing
that
like
shit.
that because it's not that I don't. Like amongst, like if I'm still in a like cool, chill environment.
yeah.
And like if I'm drinking, I might get to playing too much. You know, it's just the inner me just coming out. Like you know, you know, it's just the inner me. But I'm at a space and place to where, you know, that's just not something that's part of my mechanics every day anymore. My mechanics, like I've took a huge, it was a, you know, a life event that happened maybe 3 years ago that, you know, I'm not going to get into right now, but it really changed like my trajectory as far as what I need to do, my purpose. And, you know, I'm really just completely indulged and committed to like creating a platform to where I'm able to influence like young individuals, you know, primarily black people, but it don't fucking matter, white, black, you know, any type of race, no matter what.
What do you do, Rodney?
I sell fucking drugs. No, I'm playing. According to her, that's
He
funny.
doesn't-
Rodney
Like,
sells.
I've been-
That was a
sells
joke,
pussy
y'all. That
on
was a
the
joke.
on. He sells pussy
Oh,
off.
that
Y'all
word
need
is
a
so fucking
$40. He
I
have a
hate that word.
fucking
special.
ugly. Listen, let me tell you, I tried to sell drugs one time in my life when I was 19, and it failed instantly on the first try. On the first,
That's how you knew it wasn't for you.
instantly. It was like,
In Dale
bro, I
Crest.
owed the
You was
plug
in
on
Dale
the
Crest?
first route. No,
On the bike? Was you on the bike?
I was in the fucking. I was on one of them Narcos episodes. Where it's like, Poppy, how we gonna pay Escobar back? I don't know, nah, but don't. I own a mortgage company
Okay.
for investment company, so I have capital to where I lend for investors for fix and flippers. I do real estate insurance. I do financial literacy. You know, I have an Airbnb business.
Cool.
You
So
know, so-
you dabbled in a lot.
I did a lot and almost in the same space because you got to get creative nowadays. You have to get creative, especially to try to sustain.
So what
you
else
know.
you sell?
I don't don't sell no fucking drugs.
I didn't even say drugs, right?
All right, what else I sell?
What else you have? What else you do?
Damn, nigga, shit. I only got fucking one mind.
What the
one
fuck you
brain.
know?
I'm kidding.
For real, you make it seem like I'm on OnlyFans
I'm just
or
kidding.
some shit. No.
Not no
I
more.
don't sell my body. Not no more. Not no more.
He grew up from that.
I grew up from that.
Proud of
Well,
you.
we have to do a part 2. I feel like we didn't get
Yes, we definitely
into it
do.
enough.
Well, yeah, because everybody that's close to me now, I got a very tight, small circle.
No, we're gonna do a
Yeah,
listen.
and they know I can talk. I'll talk because I care about educating.
Well, maybe we should go out and have a conversation and then come back and do a part 2.
Exactly.
Well, we
I
can.
think we should host an event where you can come speak.
Let's have a conversation and then we'll come and do a part
Okay.
2.
Yeah, I'm
We're
down
gonna do
with
an
whatever.
event.
Yeah.
We're gonna do an event too.
I'll do an event.
Black and brown kids.
Absolutely.
And how
Well,
can
that's
we-
my whole mission.
Oh, East Side. We're gonna discuss this after this podcast.
Thank you guys for joining in tonight. Of course, we have Rodney here. Thank you for joining us.
We're definitely gonna have a part
He's
2.
gonna come back. Of course, y'all know Sabrina. Ooh, we got balloons.
What does this do? Oh
Girl,
no.
stop being
Okay.
So fucking ratchet.
Okay.
Oh,
I
'cause
thought
it
something
does.
was
It
gonna
does
come
do the
out.
heart, right, or something like that. I don't know. But okay, we love you guys. Did y'all get y'all shirt made? We have not. We still need shirts made, and I actually have a design that I want to do, so I'm gonna hit you up. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be here, if not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after. We love you guys. If we're gonna be here,
Yes,
either
we
early,
are.
late, or on time.
He's gonna
but
be
we
back
will be
in
here.
next week after next week.
Thank you guys. Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Say bye, Rodney.